Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending April 22nd, 2022. Jekyll bot. 5 vulnerabilities threaten hospital robots. Researchers at healthcare IoT security firm Scenario discovered a collection of 5 vulnerabilities impacting TUG autonomous mobile robots, collectively named Jekyll Bot 5. That could be exploited by remote attackers and hack the devices. The issue involved 3 exposed communications interfaces, 1 exposed web-based API, and 1 exposed WebSocket interface. If hackers were to exploit these vulnerabilities, they could assume full control of the robots, which are deployed and haul food, medication, lab specimens, and other supplies across facilities. Healthcare organizations, and in particular hospitals, have been one of the preferred victims of ransomware attacks during the last few years, commented Avast security evangelist Louis Carones. One of the reasons for this is that they use a lot of different equipment, which makes the attack surface much larger than in other sectors. These new vulnerabilities show, in fact, that there is a need for more security audits to close those holes that make hospitals vulnerable to cyber attack. For more on this story, see CSO Online. Video conference app mute buttons may not really be muting. A new study conducted by researchers at University of Wisconsin-Madison and Loyola University in Chicago found that the mute button on popular video conferencing apps does not prevent audio from being transmitted to the app's servers. Apps tested included Zoom, Slack, MS Teams, Skype, Google Meet, Cisco WebEx, and Discord. All apps continued to occasionally collect audio data, no matter the mute button status, except for those web clients that use the browser software mute feature. Zoom was found to actively track if the user is talking, even while they are in mute mode. For more on this story, see Bleeping Computer. So what can you do? First, read the privacy policy to understand better how your data is managed and what risks are involved in using a particular software product. Secondly, if your microphone is connected to your computer via a USB or jack cable, you may as well unplug it when muted. Thirdly, you can use the operating system's audio control settings to mute your microphone's input channel so that any apps will receive 0 volume audio. Attackers use flash loan to steal $182 million. Earlier this week, a decentralized finance project called Beanstalk Farms, which puts out the cryptocurrency token known as the Bean, was targeted by an attacker who drained the project of $182 million in less than 13 seconds. The attacker first took out a flash loan from another entity, then used the money to buy 67% governance in Beanstalk Farms. Then, processing the majority share, the attacker was able to approve a transfer of $182 million in cryptocurrency to their own wallet. Experts believe that after paying back the flash loan, the attacker walked away with around $80 million in profit. For more, see The Verge. Over 100 Lenovo models vulnerable to malicious firmware. Lenovo has released patches for over 100 laptop models to fix 3 critical vulnerabilities that would make it possible for hackers to install malicious firmware. The flaw given hackers the ability to modify a computer's Unified Extensible Firmware Interface, UEFI, software that resides in a flash chip on the motherboard and acts as a bridge between the firmware and the operating system. To execute the steps necessary to exploit these vulnerabilities, however, attackers need to have local access to the laptops. About 1 million laptops are at risk. To learn more, see Ars Technica. 2021 set a record high for zero-day exploits. According to Google Project Zero, 2021 was a record-breaking year for zero-day exploits. Researchers in the group say they tracked 58 cases of zero-day exploits in the wild through the year. The previous maximum had been 28, which was from 2015. According to one researcher, the increased number is likely due to the increased detection and disclosure of zero-day exploits, rather than the increased usage of them. Zero-day exploits are instances where attackers target a newly discovered vulnerability that the developers have had 0 days to patch. See Cyberscoop for more. This week's must-read on the Avast blog. Tech support scammers specifically target older people because they believe them to be more trusting, hope they might have memory problems, and they tend to be more financially secure than younger people. Here's what you and your older loved ones should know to stay safe. Read the article at the link listed or watch my video on this topic at the following link. And that wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and get involved.